All praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rachdash, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith and truth, in sincerity and wholeheartedly. Shalom to the Akwah, which is the women believers. Shalom to you. All praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Lord willing, I can get this video done because I'm on time restriction, but it should be quick. But I want to talk about how it's a smack in the face, to fear. It's a smack in the face to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, to fear. One scripture that I'm thinking of, Proverbs 28:1, talk about how the righteous will be bold as a lion, but the wicked fleeth when no man pursue him. So when you really believe, all right, can't nothing deter you from your path. So, because when you, matter of fact, let's get that. It said, whosoever therefore shall confess me before men, him will I confess also before my Father which is in the heaven. So, standing out there on the highways and byways, showing your face because your eyes should see your teachers, that's really putting you, like, if they had an FBI wanted list that they will put out there in truth and sincerity, the Israelites will be number one, okay? All right, so you on the FBI wanted list, you number one. Because you out here declaring the truth of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. So that takes faith and boldness that the Lord have given us. And if you are able, because you got some people who are out there for ulterior motives. They're not out there because they fear the Lord and that they love the Lord. They're out there because, this is a way I can get a little bit of fame, or this is a way I could get some money, So those people, when the storm come, all right, they're going to waver because they didn't set their foundation upon a rock. They set it upon sand. So it says, but whosoever should deny me before me, him will I also deny before my Father which is in heaven. So you see how important that is when you out there in boldness, standing in the face of such that have afflicted you and made no account of your labors. Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. So it said, for the Most High have not given us a spirit of fear, but of power and of love and a sound mind. All right. When you love the Lord, and put it like this, let's use a worldly example. When you love somebody, it could be your woman, it could be your children, you go all out for them. So how much more the Lord? If you have to lay down your life for Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, then so effing be it, man. Because if you have 100% understanding of the truth, then you know what death is. And you also understand that by doing that, you have a greater name. Okay? You are going to get a crown on your head first. You're going to be resurrected first. Because the scripture, matter of fact, the scripture says, what's that? John 15:13, I think. It said, greater love have no man than this, that a man lay down his life for his friends. And in this chapter, the Lord said that we are his friends and not even his servants, even though we are. But the Lord basically just being, basically he's telling you, like, you're my friend because I tell you my secrets. You don't tell a servant your secrets. They just work for you. Okay. But when you are a friend, you get intimate with him. And the first definition of intimacy is, telling secrets, not the intimacy that you think when it comes between a man and a woman. All right. So that's what it means. So, just sitting here thinking about the things that are going to come past, because prophecy said that Jacob's trouble will be a day that have never been. Yahweh Shai said it in Matthew 24:21 and 22, that the Lord going to have to shorten the days. And if he didn't shorten the days, then there'll be no flesh saved. So imagine all the things that's going to transpire and the faith that we're going to have to get through that time. And if you don't have that faith, it's a smack in the face to the Lord. Because the Lord, all through the scriptures, been telling us how he's going to be there for us, how he's going to provide for us. So it says, herein is our love made perfect, that we may have boldness in the day of judgment, to let you know that there is a judgment coming. And if you don't have boldness in that day of judgment, you will fall to the wayside. All the works, now imagine this, and this is why the truth is so terrifying. Imagine doing all that preaching on the highways and byways. You tricked the people. You got them to believe that you were such a man of the Lord and that you got all this faith. You've been debating Christians. You've been cutting people with the scriptures. Everybody looking at you like you the top dog. And when all hell break loose because you wasn't mindful of what the prophecies were saying, because I realized the ones who the people look up to is the ones that don't prophesy of the day of judgment. They hardly ever go into Jacob's trouble. They hardly ever go into the mark of the beast. They hardly ever go into famine. They hardly ever go into, the Egyptians versus the Egyptians, which means Americans versus the Americans, because the great city, which is spiritually called Sodom and Egypt. All right. So they ain't talking about the Civil War. They ain't talking about swords in their hands, sedition among men. They ain't going into the prophecies. So when that day come, the Lord ain't going to give you the spirit of boldness, because as he is, so are we in this world, because we try our best to be righteous while the whole world is just, eating, drinking, and being merry, as the scripture says. So that give us faith that says we are trying our hardest now, and the Lord is not unforgiveful to forget your labor of love, which you have showed towards his name, Hebrews 6:10. He's going to be there for you. And it says, there is no fear in love, but perfect love casteth out fear, understanding that the Lord promised us. Okay? The Lord is not a liar. Perfect love is doing what he says. Perfect love is believing in what he says. Okay? The Lord is an action God. Okay? He's not no mouth service only. Because fear have torment, and it really do. When I first came in the truth and I started hearing, about the atrocities that's going to come to pass, when you're not as settled, because you are in the beginning of your walk, you got demons who would try your faith, put a whole bunch of thoughts in your head. Man, what if this happened, man? What if that happened, man? What about my children? What about my woman? You know what I'm saying? What about me? What if I ain't going to have enough faith? Like, all those doubts, get that shit out of you, man. That's the flesh. And I always say this, the flesh is an antenna to the demons, and the spirit is an antenna to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. So you have to be able to conquer that by prayer. Prayer is all we have. But the scripture says pray and believing. That's in Matthew 21 and 22. Pray and believing, and these things should come to pass. So it said he that feareth is not made perfect in love. We love him because he loved us first. The Lord have called us, and we hoping to be chosen. All right, so but thou, O Yahweh, shall laugh at them. You shall have all the heathen in derision. See, the Lord is telling us that the heathen that aspire to destroy the Israelites, and the Israelite teachers, put it that way, in general, and also the Israelites as a whole, if he had it his way, he would destroy all of Israel, because he actually think that he can. And if he did, he'd be able to get his blessing back. He forgot that Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, he's the controller of all things. And it says, because of his strength will I wait upon you, for the Most High is my defense. So it's a smack in the face to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua to fear. The power of my mercy shall prevent me. The Most High shall let me see my desire upon my enemies. Slay them not, lest my people forget. Scatter them by the power and bring them down, O Lord, our shield. So the Lord is our defense. He is our shield. He is our protection. All right. He is our pavilion. which is a safe place. Okay? So, I'm ending on here. Like I said, I'm on a time period. Lord willing, this was edifying. One of my favorites right here. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore he should not be defended. So this scripture right here is telling you that if you take fear, because it's a difference between worry and fear. See, you can worry because you don't know if you're part of the elect. It's actually a righteous thing to worry because you're always wondering, did I do enough? You know what I'm saying? And is the Lord going to have mercy upon me? Like, you know, like it's okay to have those thoughts. But see, fear is when all hell breaks loose and you don't believe that the Lord can deliver you out of it. All right. So worry and fear is two different things. So woe unto him that is faint-hearted, for he believeth not, therefore he shall not be defended. So all praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, and stay prayed up, and Shalom.